Now, when they had this segment, Gunther came out to talk about why he's going to win it, and Triple H presented him with the King of the Ring crown in Saudi Arabia. You're going to do the same thing with this championship in Saudi Arabia, blah, blah, blah. And then he ran down, he mentioned all the legends in attendance, and then he specifically, catered to Goldberg, who was sitting in the front row, who he called his favorite wrestler on Raw, jokingly, a couple of weeks ago.
Favorite wrestler.
He said he was his favorite wrestler, and then he said, I lied. And then he made a couple cracks at Goldberg, saying to Gage, his son, the pudgy fucking 10-year-old from 8 years ago at this point, that appeared on Raw. He's a college athlete now. He's in much better shape, obviously. He looks like a fucking beast. But I think he's a football player, actually kind of following in his father's footsteps. But Gunther said to Gage, to Goldberg's son, I hope your father is a better father than he was a wrestler, which pissed off Goldberg enough. Which was a great fucking line. I popped big on that one. And whatever he said before that, I don't remember. But whatever he said to Goldberg was fucking funny. Goldberg was bothered enough by this that he jumped the barricade, and they had all the security goons run to ringside and whatever. And they fended off Goldberg, and Gunther got attacked by Sammy to build towards the world title match on Raw, and Gunther, did not, or rather Goldberg, I get the two confused, it's too similar, but Goldberg did not get involved in the Raw main event on Monday night for the World Heavyweight title, so for anyone wondering, could they do that, would they do it, should they do it, they did not, thankfully. But this would lead you to believe that we're getting Gunther and Goldberg at some point. Before I talk about it myself, Mr. Marceau, your initial reaction to this segment, and are they setting up a match between Gunther and Goldberg, and do you want to see it?
I died laughing when he ran down Goldberg. I thought it was necessary. I loved it. Definitely don't want to see the match, so I hope it's not setting anything up. I think when do they go to Saudi next? Maybe they need a match there. I don't even know what that Saudi preview would be. It's not Crown Jewel.
They did King and Queen of the Ring there this past year, so probably
okay.
that, yeah.
I guess maybe we could get Gunther versus Goldberg. Not that I want this, but the next Saudi show. I don't know, but I hope not. I thought the segment itself was funny. I hope it doesn't lead to anything. It probably will lead to something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I actually don't mind this. And I sound like a big fucking hypocrite, as I've said before.
What a fucking hypocrite. I'll call you out, hypocrite.
I don't need Goldberg in a title match. I don't need Goldberg to wrestle again. All of which are true. Select D for all the above. All of that is true. But Goldberg continues to cry and complain, and to an extent I get it, to another extent it's like, all right, buddy, just shut up about it. About not getting that one final match, which arguably he did. It just, I think it's that it wasn't the last match that he wanted. He said he had COVID a couple weeks before that. He didn't love the match. It was the match that he had with Roman in Saudi Arabia.
Who did he face?
Yeah, exactly. No one remembers it, but it was at Elimination Chamber 2022. He faced Roman. Obviously the match they were supposed to do at Mania 36. COVID happened. Match got canceled. Roman went home. Match never happened. They did end up doing it before Mania 38, but that was when the whole Brock Roman shit was going on, so Goldberg was not going to fucking win. He didn't. He shouldn't have anyway. Roman's big 2-year title run ending via Goldberg would have been terrible. But yeah, listen, they've done dumber stuff with Goldberg before, so I wouldn't have put it past them.
Like
what? Don't bring up Hell in the Cell 29. That wasn't Goldberg. That was The Fiend. But Super Showdown 2020. Survivor Series 2016 was pretty dumb. The Taker match was awful. May I go on? I don't know. There's a whole long list of matches. I say all of this, and I still want Goldberg back in the ring. So, again, I don't know why I say that. But when I say that, though, what I'm saying is if they are going to give this guy one more match, so he'll just shut the fuck up. Because Triple H, to me, seems like, I'll give you what you want if it makes sense. It seems like we're in the era of, I'm going to make good on the broken promises of the Vince McMahon era, and obviously he hasn't given Goldberg a one more match yet, and Triple H has been in charge now for almost 2-3 years at this point. But, I don't know why it would have happened sooner, but I don't know. I just feel like the Roman match would have been a fine way to go out. He wants one more match. He shouldn't win, obviously. If it's booked as a 5-minute sprint on Saturday night's main event, the Saudi show is another 7 months. I don't want this looming over Gunther until then. But if they can do it in December, maybe Goldberg costs Gunther the match in Saudi Arabia. I don't want to see that necessarily either, but that would prevent him from eating a clean loss. That could be where they're going with this. I think Gunther could be a fine final opponent for Goldberg. If not, Braun Breaker just going out there and destroying him too. That would have been that would also be cool in my book.
Okay. I mean, like you said, if it's a sprint, like is Gunther just going to beat him in 5 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah, don't do a 20-minute match, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I like the Braun idea better.
I think Braun would benefit more. I've always said that. I think Braun would benefit more than probably anyone by beating Goldberg at this point, for whatever that's worth.
No, yeah. I mean, I agree. I think Braun beating him is better than Gunther beating him, so... I think, like you said, maybe like a 5-minute just fucking chaos fest versus Braun would be fucking great.
Yeah, I feel like that would be better for Goldberg's style. The problem is, I mean, they set up the Gunther match. So do you tease the Gunther match and then do the Braun match? I mean, that would be better. I just don't see them doing what they did on Saturday and then going forward with another opponent for Goldberg instead. I guess they could. I don't know. I feel like they would do Gunther and Goldberg. I think we probably will get that match. Ideally, you tease the match, but you do Braun and Gunther instead, like you said. I feel like that's the way to go. I hope they do that. Don't put the belt on Goldberg. Do not have him wrestle more than one match. I guess you could do 2 matches, but it's like, what's the point at that point? If he's going to lose both matches, then, and he should, like, then, I don't know, who cares? Unless he beats, like, fucking Akira Tozawa on Raw or some shit, just to give him a win, it doesn't even matter at this point. We are so beyond needing Goldberg on this show, but if they really want to make good with him, and even then, I'm sure you'll find a way to complain, oh, I wanted to win, or I think I should go over in my last match. Like, just shut the fuck up, dude. And I like Goldberg, too, but don't need to see him back in the ring for any more matches beyond a potential Gunther squash, or Braun Breaker just murdering him, or having a fucking spear fest for 5 minutes. I'd be fine with that. Personally, in my book, I feel like they'd be totally fine.